everyone. There's a new scary movie in the movie theaters, and Bart and Jennifer Mills, our local movie reviewers, are in to talk about Bring Her Back. Welcome, Bart and Jen.
Good morning.
All right, so spooky movie. It's in the theater. Tell us all about it.
Well, not so much spooky. This is a difficult one to describe this morning. This is by a couple of brothers called the Philippou brothers out of New Zealand. They gave us Talk to Me just 2 years ago, and this was a sort of a shockingly great premise of a horror movie. Everybody was in on it, and these guys kind of rose to fame from YouTube into their second movie, and this is it. This is starting. The only star in here anybody will really know is Sally Hawkins, sorry. Sally Hawkins, who was in Shape of Water and a variety of other things. She basically plays this kind of kooky New Zealand foster mom. The movie opens up with two young siblings, one of them mostly blind, and they end up orphaned when their father dies tragically. They have to move into foster care. They end up with Sally Hawkins. Sally gets weirder and weirder. We find out that she had a daughter who passed recently who looks very much like one of the girls from the siblings, and things just keep unfolding and unfolding, and she gets more and more disturbed, and the movie gets more and more disturbed, and to give you anything else would be to give away the plot, so I won't.
All right, so the people I've talked to that have actually seen this movie have said that they really enjoyed it, but Jen, I know you like your jump scares. Are there jump scares in this movie?
Okay, so I want to explain to people who maybe don't know about the different genres of horror. So you have the horror movie like The Exorcist and Halloween, which are going to terrify you, right? You've got sort of the comedic horror like Final Destination movies. And then you have body horror. And this is body horror. So, you know, where things are very gross, you know, there's a lot of FX, there's a lot of special effects. So that's the type of movie this is. This isn't a scary movie. It's a really gross, squeamish movie.
It's disturbing.
Disturbing.
So your friends who said they enjoyed it, get new friends. Because this is not, you don't enjoy this movie. You appreciate it maybe, but you don't enjoy it.
That's good to know, Bart. All right, so I'm going to go to a Rolling Stone critic. So this Rolling Stone critic said, the filmmakers want to jolt folks, but they also want to bring you to a place where the emotional after effects of that juddering linger long after the jump scares have faded away. So like you said, it sounds like it's going to be a disturbing film.
We have a generation of filmmakers right now that are really dealing with trauma. In almost every horror movie, it appears at some level it's a metaphor for trauma, and this is about grief. And it is, I mean, and I will say Sally Hawkins, by the way, is an amazing actress and does a phenomenal job, as do most of the cast in this, in really portraying the depth of their grief. She's lost a daughter, and it's gone to such an extreme that she is, you know, willing
to do anything.
Willing to do anything to bring her back. And thus the title. But so it is, I mean, it is there to, at some level, the horror movies are there to basically scare us or to frighten us or to weird us out. But they're also, in this case, a metaphor for something deeper. And I think they do a pretty good job of relating that metaphor.
All right. Well, this movie is rated R. It's also 1 hour and 44 minutes. All right, let's go to our favorite website, Rotten Tomatoes. All right. So there's two ratings on this, of course. So the critic rating gave it an 89% approval rating, which is pretty good. And the audience rating was a little bit lower at 79%. What do you think?
I think that's probably, I'm a little surprised. Well, this is an easier one for critics to understand because critics appreciate the kind of the reasoning behind what they've done here. And I think audiences that really like Talk to Me was a lot more fun, not fun, but it was an easier movie to digest. Sure. It was. Yeah. It's Talk to Me is, we just talked when we left that movie, Talk to Me is rewatchable. I will watch that movie again. It had disturbing moments, but it was by and large a really cool premise. This is just more disturbing, and it is absolutely not rewatchable. I would say I don't think I'll watch it again.
It's friends who will watch it.
Yeah, your Spencerville buddies will probably watch it over and over again.
That's a one-time watch sort of movie.
Yeah. So, all right. So you're going to confuse me on this one, so I'm not sure what you're going to do. But are we giving this a thumbs up, a thumbs down, or somewhere in the middle?
I give it a thumbs up as a movie. That said, I would say that if there's a very limited audience for a movie like this. So if you are a fan of dark body humor, if you really like Talk to Me, if last year, if you really dug The Substance,
Substance, you probably like.
Yeah, but
a lot of body horror.
It was a well-made movie. It was well acted. It was beautifully shot. But it is disturbing. So I say I give it a thumbs up because it's a good movie. But do I recommend it? I don't recommend it for my mom. I don't recommend it for a lot of my friends. But if you're a fan of this kind of movie, then it's great.
All right, so 2 thumbs up for the movie Bring Her Back. Get ready to get disturbed and maybe only watch it once. Well, Bart and Jen, thanks so much for joining us today. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
All right, well, don't go away because we have more when we return.